Hello friend, and welcome back to Lorissa's Happy Home. In today's video, we are going to be doing a ton of cleaning, organizing, and just getting the house back in order from the holidays. We're going to be taking down the Christmas tree, reorganizing my daughter's room, and then we are going to be taking a trip to Home Goods and then Hobby Lobby. And then we are also going to be reorganizing my pantry for the third time. So we just have a bunch of good stuff in store for today's video. One thing that I have been working on when it comes to cleaning rooms or going room by room or even just cleaning the house in general is I try to work room for room. I do still struggle with that. Sometimes I'll be cleaning the living room and then I need to put something away in another room and then I start cleaning that room. It's been a struggle for sure, but honestly cleaning one room and only doing one task at a time is so much better for like your mental load. So if you struggle with the same thing, just remember to stay focused on the task at hand and then you can move on to the next task. It's honestly something that you kind of have to put your mind to when you are cleaning your house. Another thing that helps me when I'm doing laundry is separating the clothes by category, which by category I just mean the towels, separating the towels that go in a towels pile, and then I will separate the kids' clothes by whose clothes belong to who, or mine and my husband's. This just helps me when I'm folding them, and then when I go to put them away, I can just go to one room at a time, hang them, or put them in their little bins. It helps me overall at the end of folding everything and trying to put everything away. Now, when it comes to our Christmas tree, this was the first year that I've actually taken down my Christmas tree right away. Usually it's not because I want to leave it up and I want to look at it. No, it's because I will look at it and I will see everything that I have to do. And honestly, it's really not that much. I just don't want to deal with it. So when I look at it, I'm just like, I don't really want to deal with it. And so it stays up for months. And honestly, it really just weighs on me because it makes my living room feel so cluttered. So I said this year I'm just gonna take it down right away, and I'm so glad that I did because it made the living room and my whole house feel just refreshed and clean. And honestly, I was just happy to have my living room back. One thing that I really needed to get done was I needed to make some more baby bottom cream. Now, I don't know if you guys know, but I did used to have a holistic skincare business and I would make a ton of skincare items. I no longer do that, but I have continued to make the products for my family, and I was out of the baby bottom cream, and being that I am due with baby girl in April, I really wanted to make sure that I had this ready to go because I absolutely love it. This was actually the first time though that I did not use any kind of like butters. Usually I use like cocoa butter. I'll use some beeswax, mango butter. I didn't have the time for that. I didn't feel like doing it. So I was like, you know what? I wonder if it would turn out if I just used aloe vera gel and I mixed the bentonite clay with the zinc oxide, and I absolutely love it. It works amazing. The texture came out great and I love it. So if you want to make your own homemade baby bottom cream, one that actually does work, you can totally just mix those 3 things and it works like a charm. All I did was I counted the amount of jars that I had, and I just eyeballed about a teaspoon per jar. So I think I had 8 jars. So I did about eyeballing 8 tablespoons of the bentonite clay, 8 tablespoons of the zinc oxide, and then whatever was left in my aloe vera gel. The aloe vera gel really was just for more of like a texture thing. I wanted to make sure that it was just going to be able to spread, and it worked out fine. I have since used it on my daughter and it works amazing. Now, I definitely needed to get my daughter's room in order. She has tons of toys, and before this, I did go through her room and throw away a lot of toys that were kind of just like, you know, the wandering toys, the ones that don't go to anything anymore. But while I was cleaning, there were a couple things that I did get rid of just because I don't want her to have an over excess of toys. That is one thing that I highly recommend is not, I know that we want our kids to have all the toys. I want their room to look cute and all that, but don't take on more toys than what you're willing to clean up after. And the more that she grows, I'm finding I'm having to kind of rearrange her room just to kind of so it suits her better, and so that way it's more practical. I wanted to kind of create a space where, because she doesn't sleep in her room yet, so this is more of like her playroom. So I wanted to create a space where it kind of felt like the room was cut in half. I almost took down her tent, but I didn't because she loves to play in it still. So I wanted to take everything that was by the window and just bring it to that other opposite wall and then have the tent by the window. You'll see at the end, but there was I had to play around with like the arrangement of the toys a couple times. So you'll see at the end that I did it about 3 times until I actually liked how it looked. My little girl is in that baby girl stage where she likes, you know, baby dolls, and it is such a sweet and fun stage to watch her grow in. I will say, if you see that little stroller right there and your daughter is little and they love baby dolls, I highly recommend this stroller. It is so cute, it is so smooth, and I think it was only like $30 from Target. I will link it. They will have tons of fun with it. It comes with a bassinet, and it also comes with like the regular stroller looking seat. Like, the little girl in me just absolutely loves it. Now it's time to head to Home Goods. I'm so excited. It's just me, myself, and I, and it's always nice to just get out without the kids and just kind of have some, you know, therapy time. Some therapy time. I actually was on a mission though. I was looking for glass jars to store my like beans, sugar, rice, those types of things. But I do like to scan and browse the aisles to see what they have new. They had all their Valentine's stuff out. I used to think that it was crazy how stores would transition from one season or one holiday to the next, but I guess it's kind of necessary. So what I did was I just went down every aisle just to kind of see what they had, see what was new. Home Goods is one place where I love to look at their snack aisle because they have tons of healthy options. These Jackson's sweet potato chips, they are my favorite, like my absolute favorite. I do like the ranch flavor, but I love them. They taste so good. And they also have like other healthier alternatives. They have siete chips. They also have like sweets. They have the Siete brand. They have their cookies. So if you're looking for a place to kind of like just shop for random snacks, I highly recommend Home Goods. Now I started to look for the glass jars that I was in my head looking for. I found this one, but it was too small. I was a little disappointed with the amount of, I guess, the section that they had of glass jars because they really didn't have much. I was looking for something a lot bigger. So I just moved on. I went to the basket section. I needed to get a few more baskets for the pantry. I wasn't exactly sure at the moment what I was looking for. I just knew that I needed some just to kind of have the pantry a little bit more organized than what I had it. I will say that I was struggling a little bit because I am not the best at interior design. I just kind of know that I wanted my pantry or my house to look nice, but I wasn't sure. I was so confused right here. I didn't know if I wanted the baskets to look the same. I didn't know if I wanted them to look different. So I was really conflicted. I was really, really conflicted. So much so that I found some baskets that I liked, and then I just kind of sat in this chair for about 30 minutes. I'm not even kidding. It was like 30 minutes to an hour just deciding if I wanted to take them or not. But I'm glad I did. I decided to just go for it. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take them and then I'm going to go to Hobby Lobby. I'm going to see if they have anything there. Really, with Hobby Lobby, I was looking more for the glass jars. And honestly, I was a little disappointed as well. They did have a good selection of jars, but it just wasn't exactly what I was looking for. Now they had this jar, and this was the closest thing to kind of like that artesian looking design that I was going for, but it was just too small. It was too small, and I was kind of trying to figure out how I could use this because I actually really loved it. The ribbed design was on the inside, and on the outside it was just completely smooth, but I just couldn't justify me buying it just because I liked it. So I just spent the rest of my time just kind of browsing Hobby Lobby to see what else that they had. I love these little signs. I think I'm gonna go back and get some for my little girl's room for both their names. So I ended up with these baskets. This one I just brought because it was $8. I literally sat there for a whole hour deciding if I wanted this, if I wanted these ones. These ones were $12.99 and it was a 2-pack, and I was like, there's no way I can pass this up because there's baskets that are about this size, and alone they want $12. So I thought that was a good deal. And then I ended up finding these ones, and I absolutely love them. They have the it's like a, I don't know, like a board, not a cutting board, but like just a bottom, so that way if, for some reason the potatoes or the onions start to rot, I could just wipe it down. And that's one of my main concerns about the bottoms of these, because I was just going to buy a regular basket and use them for the potatoes and onions. And I would have done it anyways, but I'm glad that I found these, so that way if that does happen, I am able to just wipe them down. These were, let's see, they were only $10 each. And what I liked about them was that they came in a set. It was like, this was the largest one, and then I had a medium and then a small. I could not think of anything or any reason to buy the other ones, so I just left them. If I do find that after I do this organization for my pantry that I would want or need them, I'll probably go back and get them. But I'm glad I found these. I think I scored and got a really good deal on these. And I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to use this for, but I really liked it because I thought it was a good deal, and it's pretty decent size basket. It's pretty deep. So I ended up calling it a day. I did not want to start the pantry. I'm going to start it the next day. So I just made a really easy dinner. I'm going to show you how I make my broccoli cheddar soup. It's so easy. All you use is about 4 to 5 garlic cloves. You'll need some butter, a whole onion, a head of broccoli. You're going to need some carrots. Usually I will buy whole carrots and I will shred them myself, just because I think the ones that are shredded and like the baby carrots at the store, I think they're dipped in some sort of chlorine. I forgot. But this day I just couldn't. I just needed something that was going to be super fast and simple for me. You're going to need some flour, some nutmeg, some ground mustard seed, heavy cream, and then some chicken broth. We'll have the whole recipe written in the description box below. This recipe is so fast and so easy. I love that it's a one pot meal. All you're gonna do is just take some butter, let it melt into your pot, go ahead and give your garlic a good mince, and then you're going to throw in, so this is where I made the mistake. First you're gonna wanna cut up some onion, and then you're gonna want it to saute for about a minute until it's about translucent, and then you're gonna go ahead and throw in your carrots and let those cook for about 2 more minutes. Once your carrots are done cooking for that 2 minutes, you're gonna go ahead and throw in your garlic, and then you're gonna go ahead and let those saute and cook for about another 2 more minutes. While they are cooking, you're gonna go ahead and want to give your broccoli a rough chop. Preferably the smaller the broccoli bits, the better. Once your carrots and your onion mix are done cooking, not done, but after the 2 minutes are done, you're gonna go ahead and want to put in your chicken broth. Once that comes to a small light boil, you're gonna do 2 cups of heavy cream, and then you're gonna do another cup of milk. Now this is because I like mine a little more on the liquidy side versus the more chunkier side. If you want it more chunky, go ahead and omit that other extra cup of milk. Once your broth and milk mixture comes to a light boil, go ahead and throw in your broccoli, and then let that cook for about 15 minutes. While your soup is coming together and cooking for that 15 minutes, you're going to go ahead and chop up your cheese if you don't already have shredded cheese. I love to shred my own. I just think it's a little more healthier. So I like to shred it either in my pulser or the other cheese grater that I have. I usually use 1 block when it comes to making a whole pot of soup. A whole block is about 4 cups of cheese. And one last tip I want to leave you with this kind of soup is, I used to make it and it would have like this gritty texture to it. You want to make sure that you are heating this up enough to where your cheese is completely melted. This will give you a smoother consistency in your soup. And then you just serve it with bread. Alrighty, so it is the next day and I am totally ready to take on this pantry challenge. So this is what my pantry is looking like currently. It doesn't look super bad. It's just not practical. It looks functional, but it's really not. I have tons of things on the floor. I got my potatoes. I got so much things on the floor that really shouldn't be there. I also have tons of things in my pantry overall that I don't even use or reach for. So during this pantry clean out and reorganization, I'm going to be making sure that I clean out things that I'm really not using. Ahead and I made sure that my spaces were completely clean, such as my table, my countertop, so that way I had a place to put everything once I grabbed everything out of the pantry. So when I first bought my freeze dryer, I was so excited. So I freeze dried literally anything. And I think that was my mistake because I freeze dried tons of stuff and I don't even use half of it. But then there's things like I tried to do like hash browns. I grated them. And the thing with freeze drying is that whenever you reconstitute it, it's going to rehydrate at the state where it was freeze dried. And with the hash browns that I had made, I overboiled them, so they were just too soft. So I just figured, you know what, I'm just gonna toss them and I can try again later. I hated throwing away all the food, but honestly, it was probably the best decision for this pantry. This 3-tiered mesh wired rack, say that 3 times fast, is what I was using for my canned goods, and honestly I was just over it because it didn't really hold a good amount for the canned goods that we actually keep on hand. So I did go ahead and I ordered some tiered can racks, and you will see that in a little bit. So this is what the pantry is looking like now that it's a little more emptier. There's an echo in here, which is funny. I still have to take out all the stuff at the bottom, but what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna wipe down the shelves first, and then I will start with all the stuff at the bottom. And then remember, a good tip to remember is whenever you are cleaning anything that has to do with like shelves, you always want to start top to bottom, just so that way the stuff that you're brushing off from the top doesn't go and get onto the next level shelves. So now I officially have everything out of the pantry, and oh my goodness, I will never ever say again that we never have food. You kind of know, like whenever you go to make dinner and you're not sure what to make and you're like, no, we don't have anything. No, we had a ton of stuff that I really didn't realize that we had until I brought it all out. So these are all the canned items that I am tossing. There's just a lot that I'm either not going to eat, or some that I just needed to toss, just like the potatoes that I had told you earlier. These are the hash browns. I tried to reconstitute them one time and they were just too soggy and they would just not fry up right. So I just had to go ahead and discard of it. Okay, so I have finished taking out everything completely from the pantry. The shelves are wiped down, the floor is vacuumed and mopped, and I have finished throwing out pretty much everything that I feel like I'm not going to use. So now I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna rest a little bit, drink my coffee, and I'm gonna make a game plan, kind of like a layout of what and where I want everything to go. I need it to be a little bit more functional than it was. So I did order a few things like a can organizer, and I will show you that in a little bit. I ordered a few glass jars for like my beans, my flour, things like that. So I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna mentally, I'm more of a visual person, so I might get a piece of paper and draw it out and see where I kind of want it to go. Before I kind of had my jars just all throughout the whole thing. I don't want that this time because I feel like they took up a whole lot of space. So I'm gonna see, I guess I kind of want everything like together. So like all my pastas together, all my canned goods together, all my freeze dried goods together, my Asian, I'm not good at it, but I try to make Asian dishes. So I have a lot of like oils and stuff like that. I want all that to be together. So I'm just gonna kind of go through and see what I have, and then I'm going to probably, oh, I forgot to go through the stuff on the floor. I'm gonna have to go through the stuff on the floor to see if there's anything in there that I don't want. But right now I'm just gonna make a game plan, and then we will move on from there. So these are the racks that I bought. I ended up buying 2, and I'm glad that I did because I was kind of contemplating only buying 1, but I do need 2 in my pantry, so I'm glad that I grabbed 2. They were super easy to put together. It probably would have been a whole lot easier if I was on the floor doing this instead of trying to sit and do it on my lap. But either way, they were pretty easy to put together, and I highly recommend them. I will have them linked below if you guys are interested in wanting some can racks. This was what I was most excited to unbox, these jars, you guys. I was on the hunt for jars. I could not find any at any store, and I ended up finding these on Amazon for an amazing price. It was like 2 for like $24, and whenever I was on Amazon, I always found 2 for like $50. So the price was definitely right. I'm gonna try to find those and link them, but I absolutely love the glass jars. They're a perfect size. It is the next day. Usually whenever I do my pantry reorganization / clean out, I do kind of burn out right when I take everything out. So I will take the rest of the night off, and then the next day I get back to it. So now I'm just trying to organize and kind of get a feel of where I want the baskets and how I want everything organized. I did end up having to play around with this a lot, just because I wanted to make sure that I was maximizing the space that was on my shelves, but I did end up finding a way that I like, and it's honestly, I feel like it's a lot more functional now. The depth of these racks can actually hold 4 cans going backwards. I just didn't try it because I didn't think that it could. It didn't look like it could, but I forgot how. I figured out that you could do 4, so I really do appreciate this rack. It has saved so much space in my shelves. Now I do want to say, depending on the space that you are trying to make functional for you and work for you, it can take you some time. It can take you a couple years. It can take you months. So don't be discouraged if you feel like you walk into a space like this and it's just not what you're wanting. I would say reorganize, give it a couple months and see if you like the way that you reorganized it. If not, try again. We've been in this house for, I think, around 4 to 5 years now, and I'm still trying to get my pantry right. I'm still trying to get the flow of it correct. And so it's taking me some time to also build up my organizational stash. So I don't recommend you going out and just buying all the things just because you want to know and see how your pantry is going to work for you. And so now that I have had some space on my counter and tables, now I can kind of feel like I can breathe, and now I'm just going to categorize everything together so that way it's easier to put everything back into the pantry. And don't laugh, but this was the only onion that I had on hand. I will be doing a restocking of the pantry and the fridge sometime this week or next week. plastic bins like this, the storage containers, I just threw away because I am transitioning everything, all plastic in my house, to glass. One thing that I really loved about these jars was that even though it was just 2 jars, it came with so many stickers, more than what you could think that you could even put into these glass jars. So I'm so thankful for that. And I love these stickers because they were so forgiving. I didn't realize I had put on this sticker Cricket, so later on I was able to take it off without it looking ugly or tearing or anything like that. It was very forgiving. And look how beautiful these look in my pantry. This is the finished look. I could not be any more happy with it. I am going to use it like this for a couple months, see if it's functional for me. But I really am happy with it. I feel like it's less cluttered, less messy. And this is where I will end the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a lot of work, but it definitely paid off. I will definitely see you guys on the next one. Bye.